Hello, fellow Rotarians and guests. I'm Lori Alton, and I'm honored to serve as your club president for the Rotary year 2021-2022. The Rotary Club of Columbus has a storied past, beginning in 1915, when a group of civic-minded people saw the need for leaders to come together to find ways to make our community better. And now, 106 years later, we're a vibrant, strong club that continues to place service above self. Our club is diverse, with members across all sectors of business, government, military, healthcare, education, nonprofit and community service, ministry, and the arts. And we come together each week as friends with a shared purpose of learning how we can be more involved in the things that matter to all of us. And we leave committed to changing our community and changing lives. As Rotarians, we are people of action, and it shows. So welcome back to Rotary. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making a difference in our community. To the October 20th meeting of the Rotary Club of Columbus. It's so good to see all of you here. And for those of you watching online, a special welcome to you as well. I wanted to read something special to you today before we get started on our meeting. Recently, U.S. Representative Drew Ferguson entered into the congressional record a special honor for Mary Reed, and I wanted to read it to you. It says, House of Representatives honoring the 100th birthday of Mary Reed. Madam Speaker, I rise today to honor Mrs. Mary Reed, a distinguished member of the Columbus, Georgia community who recently celebrated her 100th birthday. Mary is a part of the heartbeat of Columbus, serving as the longtime executive secretary for the Rotary Club of Columbus. She prides herself on perfect attendance and leadership in helping others. That's a surprise, isn't it? She is an accomplished woman of God, a dedicated wife, mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. Last month, in honor and recognition of her impact in the community, Columbus Mayor Skip Henderson proclaimed Friday, August 25th, 2021 as Mary Reed Day, a fitting tribute. Madam Speaker, Mary Reed is a shining example of putting service above self, and our community is a better place thanks to her kindness and selflessness. I ask my colleagues to join me in wishing Mary a happy 100th birthday and thank her for her many years of service to our community, and I yield back. So I thought that was wonderful, and a special thanks to John Stacy who facilitated that. So let's just do a quick thank you. And this will be given to Mary directly. I don't think she knows it yet. So would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now I would like to ask Tom Waynick to bring us today's invocation in accordance with his faith tradition.
So I share a poem today, which is a blessing written by John Donahue, and it's for those who hold power. So for all the leaders in the room. May the gift of leadership awaken in you as a vocation. Keep you mindful of the providence that calls you to serve. As high over the mountains the eagle spreads its wings, may your perspective be larger than the view from the foothills. The way is flat and dull in times of gray endurance. May your imagination continue to evoke horizons. When thirst burns in times of drought, may you be blessed to find the whales. And may you have the wisdom to read time clearly and know when the seed of change will flourish. In your hearts, may there be a sanctuary for the stillness where clarity is born. And may your work be infused with passion and creativity and have the wisdom to balance compassion and challenge. And may your soul find the graciousness to rise above the fester of small mediocrities. and may your power never become a shell wherein your heart would silently atrophy. May you welcome your own vulnerability as the ground where healing and truth join. And finally, may integrity of the soul be your first ideal, the source that will guide and bless your work. Amen.
Don't forget the cans. Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to ask Cedric Hill II if he would bring us today's news.
Good afternoon. Here is a look at a few headlines for today. Georgia gas prices are averaging $3.12 a gallon and expected to keep climbing. Prices are 18 cents higher than last month and $1.15 higher than a year ago. The national average approaches another 7-year high as oil production is being held back, coupled with strong global demand. On Monday, former Secretary of State Colin Powell passed due to complications with COVID-19 amid a battle with cancer. He was a 4-star general and considered a trailblazer for his work in national security. He was 84 years old. It's that time again for the Greater Columbus Fair. Starting tomorrow, the fair will be in town until Sunday, October 31st, where there will be the Miss Greater Columbus Fair Halloween pageant to close out the time in town. And although they lost last night, the Atlanta Braves hold a 2-1 lead over the LA Dodgers, needing just 2 wins to make the World Series for the first time since 1999. And that loss last night was so tough. They had it right up to the end. In your weather forecast today is mostly sunny with a high of 81 and a low of 54. And the weather has been absolutely amazing, so I would encourage you to get outside because we all know it could be 100 degrees in 3 days. So enjoy the rest of the meeting.
Thank you, Cedric. And now it's my pleasure to call on President-elect Cedric Hill to bring us our visiting Rotarians and guests.
President Lori, fellow Rotarians, it's great to follow good leadership. Today we have as guest of our club Angelica Rodzadowski, which is with the Century 21. Angelica is a guest of Tyler Townsend and is looking to join our club, which is great. Thank you so much for being here. Ben Moser has Sid James. Sid, I see you in the center if you're not, and Sid is with the Carey Center with Auburn University. And Dr. Shika Chan has with her Dr. Bozanowska. Did I pronounce that right? We talked about that. Great. And she is a medical doctor, specialty in spine and rehab. On behalf of this club, thank you all so much for being here with us today, and we invite you to come back. And as Angelica has done, we also encourage you, if you'd like to just let one of us know. Thank you.
You know, it's always such an honor each week to welcome a military guest. And so now I'd like to call on past President Greg Kemp, if he would please introduce today's Colonel Ralph Puckett, Jr., Soldier of the Week.
Hey, President Lori and fellow Rotarians, it's a real privilege for me to be able to introduce to you Staff Sergeant Chris Roberts. I really have enjoyed getting to know him. We sat down, I started to tell him a little bit about Rotary, and he had already done his research. He knew more about Rotary than I did. Lori came up to introduce herself. He says, I know who you are. You're the president of Rotary from 2021 to 2022. He has done his research to come to our meeting today. But that's just the kind of person he is, I found out. He joined the Army in 2016, 5 years ago, and he's already a staff sergeant. And for those of you that know anything about the Army, that is rapid promotion, which is an indication of how well he's done and all the jobs that he's done. He's a striker, cavalry scout. After his basic training here at Fort Benning, he went to Fort Lewis, Washington, where he had a number of deployments to the training center, National Training Center, to Yakima, which is a training center outside of Fort Lewis. And he also had a really interesting deployment down near Brownsville, Texas, where he helped the Border Patrol as a scout along the border between the United States and Mexico. And as scouts do, they observe and report. So he would observe violations of the border and then report it to the border guard for them to take the appropriate action. After a couple years there, he's moved to Fort Benning, where he's out at the 1st to 16th Cavalry, and he's started out training young armor officers, Now he's training the Master Gunners course for strikers and the Striker Leader course. And he's done all the kinds of things that you would expect in terms of schooling. He's been to all sorts of schools, to include hazardous waste material school, air assault school. He's earned the Army Commendation Medal, the Army Achievement Medal, and a whole host of other things. He's married, his wife Joy, and he met just before he joined the Army. They have 2 sons, a 5-year-old and a 5-month-old. So, Sergeant Roberts, we are so pleased and proud to have you. We have a few gifts for you. Here's a Rotary coin, and you certainly know what to do with that. We have a passport to the arts. So these are 2 tickets to each the River Center, the Columbus Symphony, the National Infantry Museum, the Columbus State University Theater Department, and the Springer. So hopefully you and Joy can find a babysitter and you can take her out on some great dates to those 3 places or 5 places. And we also have a book for you. And Sergeant Roberts knows who Colonel Puckett is. You are the Colonel Ralph Puckett Jr. Soldier of the Week, and Colonel Puckett has personally autographed a book for you, Words for Warriors. So thank you so much for your service. Please go back to Fort Benning and tell all the soldiers back there how much we appreciate their service. Please join me in welcoming Sergeant Roberts.
Staff Sergeant Roberts, again, it's so wonderful to meet you, and thank you for being here. And please take back our well wishes to all the men and women who serve alongside you. We would love to have you come back soon. Thank you. You know, it's always a wonderful day at Rotary when we welcome a new member. And so at this time, I would like to ask Alan Harkness to introduce our brand new Rotarian.
Good afternoon, President Lori and fellow Rotarians. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Laura Lee Bernstein. Come on up. A graduate of the University of Georgia with degrees in public relations and adult education, Laura Lee has worked in admissions and immigration for several university system institutions. She was a doctoral research institute assistant at the University of Georgia, where she conducted research for the Department of Technical and Adult Education and co-authored a published report on access to higher ed for Hispanic students in Georgia. Ms. Bernstein served as the state program director for the Georgia Migrant Education Program and worked as a grant program support coordinator for adult education in the Technical College System of Georgia. Ms. Bernstein served as the city manager for the City of Americus and is currently working as the county manager for the unified government of Casita, Chattahoochee County. She lives here in Columbus with her husband, Gavin, who works for the Muskogee County School District, and her daughter, Maya, who is a sophomore at Columbus High School. Laura Lee has served as the coach of CHS's girls lacrosse team for the past 3 years and currently serves on the boards of the Public Health and the Library Board, who she is chair of in Chattahoochee County. She is also a member of the Vibrant and Connected Communities of Columbus 2025. Besides being fluent in Spanish, Laura Lee is an avid surfer. This is where she's so much cooler than I am, and plays the drums. Please give a warm Rotary welcome to Laura Lee Bernstein.
Wow, Laura Lee, it's wonderful to welcome you as our newest Rotarian. As you probably know, this club has a very long history of service in this community. And in fact, we are club number 200 out of over 35,000 clubs around the world. And so we all look forward to getting to know you and serving alongside you. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And now I would like to ask Jean Kemp and Hayley Tillery to give us a Rotary football update. You know, I think we're about, halfway through the season? We've had some pretty interesting games up until now. Would you agree? And I think we have some pretty interesting games coming up. So tell us about it.
Thank you, President Lori. Yeah, it's been some interesting past weekend, but we won't go into detail all what took place. But I will say the biggest winner in Rotary football is who?
Rotary Foundation.
Rotary Foundation, that's right. We're in fact so close to hitting $10,000. So I'm hoping this weekend all of our teams score a lot of points so we can hit that goal. Just to kind of give you a quick update, Florida's at 241 points, Auburn's at 248, North Carolina 258, Georgia 269, Tennessee 275, and Alabama with 315 points. But I can't forget, we got to recognize Bates. They have 84 points this season, so great job, Bates. And again, we're so grateful for everybody participating. Jean has also made a copy for everybody to see the rankings for overall right now. Yeah, the national rankings. So check out, see where your team's at, and maybe some changes will be made this weekend. What's taking place this weekend?
All right, we got a couple of real good games this week, but we do have a lot of our teams have a bye. So Georgia and Auburn are both off. Alabama's playing Tennessee. Now that's going to be a good one. Clemson will be playing Pittsburgh. We got Georgia Tech versus Virginia. LSU will be playing Ole Miss, and South Carolina will be playing Texas A&M, and you better watch those boys. I'm going to tell you, that's a good one. But don't forget Rotary Football. Appreciate everybody playing, and we'll see where we're going. But we are right at about $500 short of $10,000, so we're way above last year. So we're gonna make it. So thank you again.
So Jean and Hayley, is it too late to play if we haven't signed up yet?
It's never too late to play, Lori. So if you still want to be part of the action, let us know. Email me, Facebook me, call me. It doesn't matter. We'll get you on, okay?
Thank you both. I feel like you'll have FOMO if you don't join and play Rotary football. You'll feel like you're missing something. Thank you so much. So a couple of announcements today. If you've been joining us online and you would like to join us in person, if you would just please RSVP to the office, make sure we have a seat for you. And also we have two events coming up, two social events. Number one, tomorrow evening we'll have our Rotary Happy Hour via Zoom. You can drop in between 6 and 8 and just say hello to your fellow Rotarians. And then Friday morning we have our Rotary Breakfast Mix. Anthony Randall, one of our newer Rotarians, will be our guest speaker, so please join us at 8 a.m. via Zoom. So very, very convenient. So joining me today at the head table, we have Tom Waynick, who brought us today's invocation. And now I would like to ask our special guest, Margaret McCall, to please introduce today's speaker.
Hi, I am the host mom for Heisha Haddad, and I'm very honored to introduce her to you today. We met Heisha through Zoom last year, and she charmed us with her energy and her enthusiasm, and we really couldn't wait to meet her. So much so that my daughter Ella, who's 16, and Heisha became fast friends on Instagram. And so she had a whole tour of the house and the area before she ever got here. Heisha came in July. She was very excited to get here, so she came early. So we had a whole 3 weeks before our school, which was really fun. She shared her culture with us, created some wonderful Colombian meals, and while we couldn't have as many adventures as we like because of the pandemic, we did spend a lot of days on the river and grilling and having a good time. We love Heisha. She's just a wonderful part of our family. And I will tell you, when you think about somebody visiting Columbus and you get to see our beautiful city through their eyes, it kind of renews your enthusiasm for our city. And Heisha has taken in everything that Columbus has to offer. I don't think she ever says no to an invitation. She gets involved in all the activities, and I think she's just a huge bonus to our community, and I know she is to the Rotary Club. So would you join me in giving her a warm Rotary welcome to Heisha Haddad.
Hi, how are you? I'm Geisha Haddad. Thank you for that introduction. I'm from Colombia, as many of you know. I'm here to show a little bit not only of me and who am I, but my country, my background, why I am the way I am, so I'm really excited. So here in the screen, I have a presentation with you that I really want to share, and a little bit of home. So who is Heisha Haddad? If you see here, this was my resume for the college applications. I know, it's different, it's not fancy, it's not bold type, it's not 14 size, it's just pictures and words of what I have done all of these years, and it's been amazing. But I am all of this, and I am part of sports, of dancing, of social service, of many things, for many reasons. So I want to share that with you. So I ask everyone around me in Colombia that knows me the best, like, if you can describe me in one word, what could it be? I was kind of nervous because, I don't know, I don't like hearing, it's weird. And I started seeing all of these words, and I was like, I want to show who am I through these words and why I am this. So first, I got a lot of responses, and I was super overwhelmed and happy. And okay, first, these are my favorite words. It's dream seeker, relentless, I learned this one, warm, and enthusiastic. So where did I learn this from? From Colombia. I am a really proud Colombian. Like, everyone asks me, where are you from? And I'm like, Colombia. I love it. It's a beautiful country here. We have some Colombians, so you know what I'm talking about, where we have amazing people, beautiful culture, beautiful nature. Like, I'm really proud. So first of all, I was born 23rd of November, 2001. I'm 19 years old, almost 20. I was born in a really small town called Valledupar, Cesar. So here you can see the map. You can see Colombia, and it's really small. And here are pictures from me when I was I was in my first year. Then like my third year, Valledupar is really representative of a music genre called vallenato. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's really important in my country. Then, when I was 8 years old, I moved to Barranquilla, Colombia. Many people think I'm Barranquillera, but no, I'm vallenata. But it's a beautiful city where Shakira is from Barranquilla, Sofia Vergara. We have amazing artists. It's full of buildings. We have the beach, we have also the river, so it's a little bit of everything. It's a really warm city where we have one of the most largest carnivals in the world. So part of who am I is thanks to this carnival. It's been since I was 8 years old. I love dancing, so carnival, I'm always there. I'm always like in a parade. I was carnival queen when I was 17. And it was one of the best experiences of my life. If you can see a little picture from me dancing, I was 4 years old, so dancing has been a really part of my life. So, as I said, I love Colombia. Colombian people are, as you see in the picture, we're happy, we are extroverts, we are always full of joy, and I love, like, these are the streets from Cartagena, a coastal city near my city. My favorite plan is going and watching the sunset, so you can see these pictures. So there's a picture of me in the beach, happy. Okay, other words. Someone told me that I was like, I don't know if in English it's the correct translate, but it's like light. I thought that was beautiful because I've never heard it. Persistent, unconditional. And I got that from my family. My family for me means the world. My mom, my dad. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. One is half sister, she's 27. I have a niece, he's so cute, look at him. His name is Santiago. And my brother Roberto and my sister Maria Paula, they both are twins. So I'm the youngest. And they are the best family of the world. I love them so much and I miss them. If you can see here the chats, I ask my brother, I think that like, hi. I don't talk, like, it's my oldest brother, so I don't talk that much with him, but I was like, if you can describe me one word, what would it be? He did like a little paragraph. I think that's the nicest thing he has ever told me. And my mom was like, you are everything to me, you are everything I ever wanted, so it's love. My family, it's just love, and I love them so much. Another words were fearless, passionate, amazing, dedicated, perseverant, and I got that from my volleyball team. I've played volleyball since I was 10 years old, and if many of you play sports, you know everything that sports give you. Like sports give me discipline, determination. It gave me my family, that is my volleyball team, that they are my best friends. It gave me a lot of things that I am really thankful. My coach is like my second like dad in Colombia, and he's amazing, and I've learned so much from them. I've learned of never to give up. There's always an opportunity to come again and win. And also from my dance team, for me, dancing is like one of the most important parts of my life, because it gives you so much joy, and you can express yourself so much in a scenario. So, and my softball team, I played softball like 4 years before coming here. So sports was a big part of my life, and it gave me all of those words you saw before. Inspiring, warm, humble leader, I think so. And that social service. My passion number one is social service and giving everything I am to the society and to people that really need it. And last year, due to the pandemic, I was a virtual president of the Interact Club in Colombia. It was almost 150 members, and we did incredible things just through a computer and through WhatsApp. And we did like one in-person activity, but we reached so much kids, so much like communities that really need it. In Colombia, every December we have like a week called missions. So I am a missionary, and we went to a really needed like small town in my city, and we like spent Christmas there, and it was amazing. Like, so one of the best moments of my life, social service gave it to me. There's a black and white picture. That was the last days of missions, and when you go there, you can't give anything to them. Like, you can't give, I don't know, money, donations. You can't. You just can give you like who you are. And the last day, I remember those girls like were fighting over me. Like, one started punching her friends, and I'm like, I'm gonna be back. I don't know when, but promise. And they were crying, and they were like, please don't leave us. And that's what social service gives you, and giving everything to people that need it. It's the best, and not only to those people, but people around you, your mom, your dad, your family, your friends. So that's a really big part of my life. Then my school. I studied in the same school since I arrived to Barranquilla, since I was like 8, and people really say, I hate school, I don't like school. I love my school through my years. I'm really proud to say I'm a Marymount student, and my school is amazing. It helped me in my leadership, in my social, in my sports. Here, there are some pictures of my graduation with my flag of Interact, some honors that I won, and it was one of the best days of my life when I graduate. I love them and I miss them, but I love college too. Here there's a picture, I don't know if you know Sofia Vergara, she graduated from my school. So the day she came back like 5 years ago, we did like a big like honor street. So she came, and it was like all the school there. That's one of my main goals. I want to go back, and people really like welcome me. And Marymount is like my second family, so yes. Dream seeker and adventurous. So that's me. A word that really describes me is adventurous. Like, I love traveling. I love seeing what the world has to offer me. I like educating myself. Yes, I like books and all of that, but through people, through their story, through every person has its own background. Every person came from a different part. So that's why I love joining you every Wednesday, different tables, knowing where are you from, why are you the way you are. So that's a word that it's a really big thing for me, adventurous. I know I'm 19 and I have a lot of time to do it, but I love enjoying every day and seeing every day as a different adventure. Here have some pictures of me in different parts, mostly in Colombia. I love the beach. like from where the ocean is, so in Colombia. So it's a really big part of me. There's a picture of me in the music festival. I went almost 4 weeks ago. It was great. Me painting. I love arts. So all of this is a really important part of my life. But what I really want to do, and I think that it's my mission in life, is to make a change. For me, everything I want to do, yes, working and all of that, but I really want to make a change in this world. And I have so many things planned, Lori knows, but that's my main goal. And here was my first radio interview for CSU like 2 weeks ago, because I'm working in an organization of empowerment for women. So I'm working on that, but that's my main goal. And thanks to this scholarship, I get to have these opportunities that I know they will help me a lot. So 1 year ago, I didn't know like at all I was coming here. I applied, and I was like, other 5 great students from my school applied, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get the scholarship, even though I'm really like, I don't know, I'm really close to Rotarians and interact in my city. I was like, you never know. And I started applying to mostly all colleges here in the States, and I was like, I'm gonna wait and see. So I started applying, and then like I was going to a different university, and then in January I got the news, and I was like, yes, I'm taking it. I don't care. This was my dream college, but it can wait. This is a year opportunity that I know it's gonna help me grow a lot. So I know that's the best decision, and I can tell you today that it was. So since I got here, it's been great. I've met amazing people, not only my host family, Barbara, President Lori, like everyone here has been a really important part of my experience. I have a large group of friends in college that are from different parts. I have Venezuelan friends, Honduras, Mexican, from Spain. Like it's a really cultural group, we can say. We are doing different cooking nights. We did arepas night, that is like typical thing in Colombia. Yesterday we did a night from like Jamaica, so it's been really, really fun. Here, me in the music festival, I've attended to cultural things, to concerts. I played football like for my first time, and it was great. I'm attending to a minister called Second Story from First Baptist, and it's been amazing. I've met lots of people. It has helped me grow my faith in a crazy way. And there are just pictures here in their club. And before showing a video of my parents that like thanking you for this opportunity, I really want to tell you that thank you so much. I'm so honored, like honored is the word, to be here. And I want to share with you this year like everything I am, everything that Colombia is. And thank you so much. The video is in Spanish. I don't know if you're gonna understand. I can translate after, but it's just my mom saying how grateful she is, and my dad in the back like doing his head because he doesn't talk that much, but he tries. But here is the video.
Hola, mi nombre es Patricia, soy la mamá de Geisha Haddad. Él es mi esposo, Roberto. Queremos darle las gracias por esta oportunidad tan linda que le han dado a mi hija y por las atenciones allá con ella. Estoy tranquila porque sé que la están cuidando mucho y ella está logrando pues todo lo que se ha propuesto allá y está muy feliz. Estoy agradecidísima y bueno, les mando muchas bendiciones y a todo ese grupo tan lindo que tiene de compañeros que siempre están con ella, les mando muchos recuerdos y a las mamás del Intera que la están acompañando a sus cosas, le están haciendo acompañamiento, también les mando un beso bien grande y bueno, gracias.
I'm sorry, but she doesn't know English. I'm teaching her, but she's saying that thank you so much, that she's so grateful for me to be here, to have this experience, that she knows you're taking care of me, that I'm her youngest, so she's so proud. And that's it. Thank you so much.
We have a little bit of time if you want to ask a question or two. Do we have microphones? Right? Oh, yes, Ian, I see those.
I will kick off with a
Please.
question. Firstly, just let everyone know, primarily it's the host family who chooses our incoming students. So Charles and Margaret, we really owe you a huge vote of thanks for selecting Heisha. And Heisha is listening to your presentation and getting to know you. You know, it's evident that you came to us not to learn about Rotary values. You came already a Rotarian. And your enthusiasm for service above self is truly inspiring to all of us. In fact, just let all of you know, in spring break, when we go for our next club global grant trip to Guatemala, Heisha is already going to be part of the team from this club going down on that service project. So, Past President Joe will appreciate this as he led this club through the depth of the pandemic. You led perhaps the largest Interact club in your country, possibly one of the largest Interact clubs in the world through the pandemic. Share with us some of the challenges that you encountered and how you overcame them.
It was a big challenge because it was people, like young people from 15 to 18, and get to have 150 students through Zoom every week was really difficult, but I got a great team that we worked really hard, and we tried to look for the most changes that we can make. So before we had the meetings in the morning, so we moved them to the afternoon. We tried to make activities too. Not only one of my biggest things in Interact was ser mejor, servir mejor. It was improving yourself to serve better. So we not only provide things for the society, but for the club, to get better yourself, to improve yourself so you can be not only good and better to the society and to help it, but for people around you. So people really liked it, trying to improve that part of you. So that was one of the biggest things that helped maintaining Interact working.
Any other questions? Yes, back here, up here, Jean.
Thank you. It's for Halloween.
Right back here, Joseph.
Tell me just one or two things. What are some things that you're hoping to take back to Colombia from this experience?
Educating myself. Every day there's something different going on in the world, and I think that what happens is that the main issue is lack of information, and people don't want to educate themselves, and for me that's a big part of my life. So I want to educate myself with you, with American culture, with different parts. All the GRSP students are from different countries, so first educate myself, learn from different cultures and all of that, and experience. I live for something that's called Carpe Diem, that it's live the moment. So live every moment as it's the last one, and take these memories back and treasure them for the rest of my life.
Let's give Heisha a warm Rotary welcome. So I told Margaret before the meeting, I said, Heisha is going to change the world. She is going to make a difference, and we're going to look back maybe 20 years from now, and we're going to say we knew her. So that's how special she is. And so, Heisha, from being here that we're going to place a children's book in the library with your name inscribed, so you'll be with us always. Wonderful. Last announcements, we have our replay of this. If you want to watch again, it will be on YouTube and Facebook. And I would like to re-welcome all of our visiting Rotarians and guests. And a special welcome to Staff Sergeant Roberts. We want you to come back. It's wonderful to have you. And you won't want to miss next week's program because we'll have Lisa Seeger, who is the Teacher of the Year for Muskogee County, and that's always a great program. And so until we meet again next week, let's go make a difference. Great job.